Hey, welcome to another video. Welcome to another live. If this is your first time on the live, can you please make sure that you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe, okay? Welcome. I look forward to talking to everybody today. We got a lot to talk about, so we'll wait for more people to come into the live chat. We got a lot to talk about today. I see 3 people in the chat already. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a great weekend. I see 4 people. If you can hear me, please put a 1 in the comment section. I'm doing the mic check. Doing the sound check. Hope everybody can hear me. So what's happening, everybody? We have a lot to talk about tonight. I see 3 people in the chat so far. Just gonna wait for more people to come in. We have a lot of important things to talk about tonight. There's a lot going on in the stock market. There's a lot going on in geopolitics today. There's a lot going on in traveling that we need to talk about. I see 4 people. If anybody can hear me, please let me know in the comment section, please. That lets me know that if this mic is working right. Because there have been times that I was broadcasting and the mic wasn't good. Eric, what's happening, brother? What's up? All right, what's up, Eric? Brother, so good to see you. I just wanted to tell you also, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the super chats last week and your Cash App. I definitely really appreciate it. Just gonna wait a few more minutes to wait till more people come in, and then I'm gonna jump in. I still have a very small channel, so it usually takes a while for people to come into the chat. I know it does. I don't know if everybody get my notifications. I hope you all do. So make sure you hit that notification bell. And as you come in, hit that like button. I will definitely appreciate it. Okay, I got 4 people in. All right, we getting ready to dive in. I got 4 people. So let's dive in tonight. We got a lot to talk about. All right, here we go.
Tony Rome Live.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's happening? Welcome to another episode of the Tony Rome Show. turn this music down just a little bit. There we go. I don't want to be too loud. So what's happening, y'all? Eric, it's so good hearing from you again, brother. Well, we're going to get to it. Well, the economic collapse is happening. Today, the stock market didn't do very well today. The S&P 500 was down. The Dow Jones was down, and the NASDAQ was down. Yeah, we had a very bad day in the stock market today. I think what happened was, I think people were afraid of a possible trade war between the U.S. and Mexico and Canada and China especially. I think that's really having an effect on the markets. Yeah, people are afraid right now. They think the tariff is going to cause inflation, and the markets really didn't like it today. It didn't like it at all. Especially the Dow Jones Industrial was down 400 points. So my stocks didn't really look very good. It didn't look very good today. This was a really bad day for the stock market. So I advise you all, like I told you before, you want to invest in gold. Gold would be the best investment to make right now. Or you can buy gold bonds. That's why I have on a trade on Robinhood. You know, it's not, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but it doesn't look very good. Economics don't look very well. Lots of layoffs. So we're going to get to it. The first one I want to share with you about is Walmart. It's not doing too good. They're about to lay off people also. Now that's really scary about Walmart. Yeah, Walmart's about to lay off people. There's a lot of layoffs going around everywhere. And I tell you guys, just get prepared, you know, just Moondog. Uh-oh, here we go with Moondog. I know you're gonna say something. Yeah, well, we're talking about a 1% drop is nothing. Yeah, but I don't know, bro. It all depends what type of stuff. Where you been, Moondog? I haven't seen you in what? I haven't seen you in ages, bro. Where you been? How have you been, sir? I haven't talked to you in ages. I think it was last year the last time I talked to you. Oh, you in Colombia. Okay. All right, great. Hey, Moondog, I have a question to ask you. With the political tensions between Gustavo and Trump, is it still safe to travel to Colombia with all this tension between the two countries? I guess you heard about what happened last week. He was very, he didn't like the way how the deportees were returned back to Colombia. Do you think it's safe to travel to Colombia with all these political tensions going on right now? Because it seemed like he was really pissed off. Have you noticed a difference down there? I don't know if you're still in Colombia or not. Oh, okay. You've been back in the U.S. for 3 weeks. Okay, I got you. Because I was supposed to be going in April. And I'm going to be very honest with you. I am a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie. You said you'll know about 2 weeks. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am a little nervous of traveling down there right now because I told you even last year when I was down, well, the year before last when I was there, I felt tensions down there a little bit against us a little bit. It's like every minute I was like apologizing for other people's behavior, you know? So, yep. So, okay, I got some news for you guys and we're going to talk about it, and we got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the passport bros. Some of them are they're taking chances on their health. I like to talk about that too. I'm a tad bit nervous because I need to pick up my cellular. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I would be nervous too. I'm very nervous to travel. But you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not really nervous about actually traveling there. This may sound crazy to you all, but I'm more afraid of the planes than I am actually. I don't have a fear of flying. You know what I'm saying? But with all the stuff that's going on with aviation and all the cuts that's happening in the federal government, I hope they don't cut the air traffic controls too much. You know, we need more air traffic controllers. And I've heard that that might have been a cause of the crash of the American Airlines and the helicopter that happened in D.C. They said they only had one air traffic control that was monitoring that sky at that specific time. But I heard they've been very short on help. Okay, let's get to some economic news, and we're going to move on.
In other news today, we have more layoffs coming to multiple Bay Area tech companies, with hundreds of people set to lose their jobs after both Salesforce and Cruise and Workday announced they're going to make cuts.
Yeah, Raina Harvey has more on that, right?
Yeah, that's right. So let's get right into it. Salesforce, they're cutting more than 1,000 jobs, and instead they're going to hire salespeople to sell their artificial intelligence products. That's all according to a report by Bloomberg News, citing a person familiar with the matter who said impacted workers are going to be able to apply for other jobs internally. Bloomberg did not say what departments are going to be cut, but Salesforce has been investing heavily and moving towards AI over the past 2 years. According to their annual report, Salesforce had more than 70,000 employees this time last year. Meanwhile, there's also a report that Cruise is going to be laying off nearly half of their employees. According to TechCrunch, those extended cuts, the company's CEO and other top executives also going to be seeing that as well. The layoffs come after General Motors announced it's moving away from the robo-taxi business. The company instead focusing on developing its partially automatic driver assist systems, which allow drivers to take their hands off the wheels. Laid off Cruise employees are going to remain on payroll, and they'll receive benefits at least through April. And also new this morning, we've just learned HR and employee management platform Workday, they're going to cut more than 1,700 jobs. That equals about 8.5% of their workforce. Workday is based out in Pleasanton. According to an open letter from Workday's CEO addressed to its employees, the cuts are part of the company's drive towards artificial intelligence. So Workday employees who've lost their jobs will be offered a minimum of 12 weeks pay, with additional weeks based on their tenure at the company. I'll send it back to you both.
Yeah, there's a lot of layoffs going on with Workday, and it's a lot of layoffs. I didn't know Salesforce was a big 70,000 employees. Yep. AI, I'm telling you, artificial intelligence is taking over. AI is going to cause a lot of people to lose their job. AI is taking over everything. And one thing I don't understand is that the government numbers shows that there have been job increases, but the news that I'm getting is more people are losing their jobs, you know. So always save up for a rainy day. We don't know how far this is going to go. But I got more news on the unemployment news.
Largest private employer now closing its regional office here in Charlotte and
This is
eliminating job positions. So this comes as officials with the company continue to pull workers back to its main hubs in California and Arkansas. So in the memo that was sent to employees, the retailer said it is cutting roles and asking office-based employees in some of its smaller offices to relocate to the company's newly opened headquarters in Arkansas. Officials confirm it will be closing its office on Bridge Parkway in Charlotte, but did not specify how many workers are being impacted. Now, last June, Walmart already laid off 155 workers from this location after consolidating corporate offices now nationally with Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart is laying off. You know what? I noticed at the Walmart stores, there is not very many cashiers. Everything is self-check. The Walmart store that's close to me, everything is self-check. And everything is taken over. But what concerns me is, where is all these people going to go? All these people that are unemployed, where are they going to go? You're going to have a lot of people walking around the streets unemployed. What they're going to do? What are they going to do? What's up? Oh, you're back. Chris, what up, bro? What's up, brother? Welcome back, man. I'm so happy to see you back, man. Welcome back, brother. I hope that you enjoyed your time in Colombia. I'm glad you made it back safely. I will be going back in April. I'm a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie. I am a little nervous about going there right now, but I have to see my friend. I have to go and see my friend. But I'm so happy to see you back, Chris. Thank God that you made it back safely, man. I thank God to everyone that travels here. I feel so great when y'all tell me that y'all made it back safely, because there's so much is going on out there, you know. We have to depend on each other and count on each other, you know. On this channel, we are a family. I consider you guys as family. I got a very small channel, but one thing, the benefits of having a small channel, it's like everyone here is like my brothers and sisters, you know. And I do not care how big this channel would get. I promise you guys, you always will be family to me. I guarantee you, you know. Well, I got some more economic collapse news for you. What I find just a little bit kind of scary, just a little bit. It's regarding what's going on in the Trump administration. Okay. This is not a political channel. You know, I kind of bring geopolitics and traveling together, because we have to know when we go visit a country, is it safe to visit there at the time when we go? You know, especially with all the things that's happening right now. But one thing, I'm going to tell you guys something I find very concerning is the decisions that Donald Trump is making. Now, I know some of you guys are Trump supporters. There's nothing wrong with that. I supported Trump on the first election that he had, but I didn't support him on the second, you know. But there's things that I'm hearing that I'm just seeing nothing but red flags everywhere. Okay. And the concerning part that is happening is that he got access over the Treasury Department. I know he has that agency called Doge. Okay. But why would they give him access to the United States Treasury Department? I want you guys to check this video out and tell me what you think about it.
Treasury Department official David LeBruck has been forced out of the agency after he resisted a demand by Elon Musk and his associates at Doge to gain access to the government's vast payment system, which disperses trillions of dollars in federal payments each year. Trump's new Treasury Secretary, the billionaire Scott Bessent, ended up giving Musk access to the system, which includes sensitive information about taxpayers, Social Security recipients, government contractors, including Musk's rivals. Musk is also accused of waging a takeover at the Office of Personnel Management, where career civil servants have been locked out of computer systems. For more, we're joined by two guests. Waleed Shahid is Democratic strategist. His new piece on Substack is headlined, "Elon Musk is Staging a Coup." Waleed was previously the spokesperson for Justice Democrats and former senior advisor for the campaigns of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Jamal Bowman. We're also joined in Washington, D.C. by Lindsay Owens, executive director of the Groundwork Collaborative, who says there are several reasons Musk wants to control Treasury payments. None of them are good. Okay. Waleed Shahid, let's begin with you. What do you mean that Elon Musk is staging a coup?
So if this story was taking place somewhere in Central Asia or in Africa, the United States media, the United States State Department, international institutions would likely refer to this as a coup. A billionaire industrialist who donated $300 million to a campaign is installing his personal loyalists in key parts of the federal bureaucracy. This is essentially Viktor Orban's playbook. And we need to know, why does a billionaire industrialist with millions in government contracts, military contracts for his private companies, need the social security numbers of every American, needs to know what every single check that the U.S. government gives out to businesses, to charities? Why does this billionaire need to know this information?
Right. Why does he need to know this information? Why is he in the Treasury Department? Why? Why would he need to be in the Treasury? That is one of the most sensitive areas of the federal government, is the Treasury Department. Why does he need to be in there? When you have access over trillions of the Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, well, not Medicare, I'm sorry, Medicare, Social Security, all sorts of benefits that comes from the Treasury Department. Why does he need to be in it? I'm worried about Elon Musk impersonating me and stealing my text. You know what? If he has, let me tell you something. If he has access, let me ask you guys a question. Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Let's say me, if I knew all of you guys, right? And let's say I had access to all your information, your bank account, your Social Security number. If I had access to your crypto accounts, I had access to your savings account, your retirement account. Let's say if I had access to all of that, but then I'll allow somebody that you don't even know, that allow them to come and access everybody's information. Because I know, but see, okay, oh boy. Let's see, hold on, let's see this. Okay. Of course, I ask you, do you think it makes it easier for U.S. experts to give visas towards permanent residency on other countries, or harder? He got Mexico to put the troops at the border and also, yeah, he did some things, but you don't, you know what? Like I told you, Chris, I voted for Trump on his first term. I thought he had some really good ideas, but you do not give nobody access that haven't been vetted properly to those type of branches of government. I don't even know I know, you know what? The last election, I never really heard of Elon Musk, only about his cars. I know nothing about him. And all of a sudden, this election, he's just all over the place. I'm just telling you, I see red flags everywhere. You'll never know what type of technology that he's using. You don't know. It's just like me giving everybody here on this live someone else to look at all your information that you don't even know. I don't know Elon Musk. I don't want him looking at my Social Security. How much taxes that I pay? How much the government spends, what goes here, what goes there. He does that shit. Nope, he should not have that authority unless he's vetted by Congress or the Senate. We used to do that when people have to get that type of responsibility, but you just gave him the keys to that. I'm just saying, I would not do it. I would not do it. Yeah, take prisoners to deportees. Yeah. Trump is doing some good stuff. I do understand that he's shutting that border down. I don't have no problem with that. You know what I'm saying, Chris? But like I said, the first election that he had, when he became the president the first time, he had some really good ideas. And then he did justice reform for Black Americans. He said that a lot of Black men were locked up for, frivolous crimes for a long period of time, and he was the only president that did justice reform. So he does do some good stuff. But I do not want Elon Musk looking at my information. I don't even know who he is. Only thing I know, he owns Tesla, SpaceX, and he's a billionaire. That's all I know about him. Harry, how you doing? How you doing, sir? Okay, he said, what do you think about Trump coming on making guns? That is ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous that he wants to make the Gaza Strip a resort. Now, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you all a question. Okay? Let me ask you a question. Over 50,000 Palestinians was massacred in the Gaza Strip. Okay, they call it ethnic cleansing. Do you think you just can take 1 million people and displace those people to build a resort in their land? That doesn't make no sense. You know how many people lost their life in the Gaza Strip and you want to turn it into a resort? Does that show any respect for the Palestinian people? Do they deserve that? I'm just giving you my own, I'm just giving you my own opinion about that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. That land belongs to the Palestinian people. How do you figure out what's going on if you don't bring in an outsider? It's a risk, but worth it. But that's too much, though. I'm just saying, but he's never been vetted. It's just like me bringing somebody in to go over your personal information. I don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been vetted or anything. Just like me letting one of the girls in Pocket Jerry's to get on my computer and get into my bank account. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Why you at? Look at my crypto too. Oh, look at my checking account. See how much money I got in there. I would never give nobody that type of authority over my personal information. And the thing is, what does he need to have access of that for anyway? I just see red flags, man. I'm just being, David, what is happening? What is happening? How are you doing? So Elon Musk was the founder of PayPal. Okay, he's a genius, perfect for the job. Let's make America great again. Yeah, but don't give him too much though. He needs to be vetted though. Just like you. I don't know if you travel, David, but you ain't gonna get nobody no access over your bank account that you don't know. I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. But there's things right now that I know that I can't even mention on this live right now. I know some scams that are going on right now, but I can't even mention on this live. The Indians did in America, now the rich. Yep, you have no vision, Tony. You're just like a virtual signal. Wait a minute, I don't understand. You have no vision, Tony. Now the rich. I don't understand what you're talking about, Moondog. You're confusing me again. Let's see, if you reclosate them to a better situation, it would be a good sense that the area is dry and doesn't have resources. They have to rely on Egypt and other countries for goods. Yeah, but that's their land, though. Palestine belongs to the Palestinian people. It's just like if you have your property and your home, that belongs to you. Let's see. The Indians took reservations and made casinos and resorts. Yeah. But what I'm talking about is the Palestinian people, though. That's what I'm talking about. Because there's a lot of people have lost their lives in the Gaza Strip. I mean, that was a very nasty war between Hamas and Israel. And those people, that's their land. You just can't just displace them and just want to build. It just seems like it's like almost of an abomination to me. But I don't know.
He was not vetted or approved by the U.S. Senate. He has a history of corruption for using public resources for private gain. He's one of the wealthiest men in the world, and in any other situation, this would be called state capture, and people around the world would be condemning it. But in the United States, we are not used to this kind of level of creeping authoritarianism, of plutocracy, of oligarchy so explicit. And we need to, this is as Representative Ocasio-Cortez said last night, this is a 5-alarm fire. Senate Democrats need to be communicating to the American people. And last night there was a call by Indivisible Action for people to visit their senators and call for them to grind the Senate to a halt, to call for investigations, and to know, why does Elon Musk need to know this information? Why is he showing up on Saturday to the offices of the federal government demanding the private information of citizens all around the country?
Well, Lindsay Owens, you say none of the reasons are good. Lay those out.
Yeah, absolutely. So for most Americans, this is the first time that they've ever heard of the Treasury payment system. So what is the Treasury payment system? This is effectively the piece of the federal government that cuts the checks, and they cut a lot of checks. This is $6 trillion a year, money that goes to individuals as Social Security payments for seniors, money that goes for organizations like Meals on Wheels to deliver lunches, foreign aid, as well as the funding that the government sets aside provide for key programs, paying its debts, making sure that we don't breach the debt ceiling and default on our obligations. So this is really unprecedented that Elon Musk has grabbed control of the keys of $6 trillion in payments infrastructure. There are a few reasons this could be happening.
So you're going to let somebody that you don't know have access over $6 trillion that you don't even know? And he hasn't been vetted? No congressional hearings, no Senate hearings, no nothing. It's like, here's the keys to $6 trillion. Like I said, it's just like me giving your information away to somebody that I don't even know. That's scary. I mean, just because I voted for Trump, or if you vote for Trump, doesn't mean I agree with everything that he does. Just because you vote for somebody or you for someone doesn't mean that you have to agree with every single thing they do. It would be nice if they could create good jobs for them and allow them to stay and work at good wages. It would be something nice. The people in Gaza are literally stuck between a rock and a hard place. Well, like I said, there's so much more I would like to say on this live, but I can't. But what was done to the Palestinians was, I think, was just horrible. And like I said, right is right and wrong is wrong. That's their land, but the amount of people, the loss of life was tremendous. We talked about 50,000 people, men, women, and children were killed in the Gaza Strip. So you just go displace all those people and just build a resort. I would want to. That's too much blood on my hand. I would want to have nothing to do with nothing like that. Not me. You worry about the wrong thing, Tony. What happened in the Treasury doesn't affect you. None of that no, but that trillions of dollars are paid to Social Security and other things. Yeah, it does affect me if I get Social Security. What are you talking about? Or if I'm getting Medicare, that's where the money comes from. No, the Gaza Strip, but they asked me a question on here. A question was asked, do I agree with the resort they want to build on the Gaza Strip? And I gave you my opinion. Because like I said, there's a lot more I would like to say, but I can't say it on this live. But I'm really nervous of someone having access to the Treasury that haven't been vetted. That's all I'm saying. It's no difference than allowing anybody to walk in here and just access all my information, my Social Security, my retirement, everything. Like, here's the keys. Yeah, do what you're going to do. You never trust nobody like that. I would never trust nobody like that. I don't even trust my own sister, my cousin, my relatives like that to go into my bank accounts and to my crypto and my investments, Robinhood and all that stuff.
The first is, as your viewers know, last week, President Trump tried to end federal spending, just stop federal payments altogether. This was so outrageous and in violation of the Constitution that the courts intervened and said that he couldn't do that. What may be happening here is that Musk may be doing an end run around the courts, going straight to the source so that he can continue to stop those payments that the courts said needed to keep staying online. The second thing that may be happening here is this could just be a good old-fashioned cyber attack. Elon Musk could be interested in the Social Security numbers, the tax ID numbers of tens of millions of Americans.
Hey, Moondog, I have a question to ask you. Do you get tax refunds? Moondog, I want you to ask a question for me. Do you get tax refunds from the IRS? Do you get money from the IRS? Do they send you a check in the mail? How many of you, I want to know, okay, I'm going to ask you guys a question. How many of you get refunds from the IRS when you do your taxes every year? Do you get a refund? Who gets a refund? Put the one in the description. You said they rob you. They will rob you. Well, let me tell you something. When they send those payments out from the Internal Revenue Service, that's where it comes from the Treasury Department. The U.S. Treasury sends all those checks out to everybody that's getting a refund, and Social Security, and Medicare, our seniors. When seniors go have surgeries and things done, when they go see their doctors and everything, that is paid through Medicare. And if you live long enough, you will be using Medicare. I don't want nobody to have access over my Medicare that I don't even know. I never even heard, I only heard of this guy. During this election. That's it. I only heard of Elon Musk during the election when he used to sell cars and sell license to space. And also he's all over, doing all this. I mean, I wouldn't trust nobody with that. I hope Elon pulls the plug and shuts the whole thing down. Well, okay. Man, do you know what will happen if the government shuts down? You better be careful what you wish for. Nope, I'm going to Colombia for my health care. Yeah. I don't know, man. They pissed off at us now. They may send you back. Elon is African. They're trying to give brother a hard time. No, Chris, never. Chris, let me tell you something. Never give somebody access to something as sensitive as your finances. You would never do that. Will I allow somebody to come in here and sit on my computer? I don't care how cool they seem to be, anything. They ain't getting into my personal stuff. I don't even know you, dude. I don't even know who you are. This guy haven't been vetted at all, Chris. That's a red flag. And just because I supported Trump doesn't mean I'm agreeing with everything that he does. I don't know, Mega, you guys seem like everything he does, you disagree with it. Yeah, you can't agree with everything. I used to be a Trump supporter. I used to support Donald Trump. I did. Matter of fact, I'm an independent. I'm not Democrat or Republican, but I used to be more involved in the Republican Party. I was. I voted more Republican than Democrat. During the George Bush time and during Colin Powell. Colin Powell was a great Republican. But I didn't agree with everything that they did. I look at facts. If you got somebody that have access to the U.S. Treasury that have not been vetted, that is not good. I don't know who this dude is. He wasn't introduced to me. Next thing I know, he got keys. He's looking at everybody's money. Let me see. He said, don't worry about Colombia. Half the country thinks it has a dumb to challenge Trump in the first place. The Colombian vice president came out against the president. Yeah, he was really pissed off because the way how the deportees were returned. And Moondog, I did a thing on the last live I did. Gustavo Petro's daughter said that every deportee that's brought back, we should send back a gringo. She was pissed. And not only that, we have a very bad reputation for sex tourism down there. They don't really like us very well down in Colombia. I'm gonna be honest with you. They don't like us very well down there. Because I'm telling you, the last time I was there, I had the women there were very flaky too. They were very flaky. Before all this, before the passport bros, before we started going down there, when nobody knew about Colombia, when I was going down there, it used to be the red carpet every single time I used to go there. They used to give me the red carpet every single time I would go to Colombia, especially the Barranquilla area. And when I would travel to Medellin, I just had to put just one post on Facebook and I would have a plethora of people trying to get at me. Now, when I go down there, it's like they don't even care that you're there. Like, oh, it's you again. I had one female to really go off on me. She said, I'm not one of your whores, so, I don't appreciate you, if you think I'm one of these easy, I was like, hold up. You got me mixed up with the wrong person. But now we have this on top of what they already think of us. So that's why I was asking Chris. Chris just came back. I was asking him and Moondog, is it safe to go down there right now? I know Trump removes trans from sports, and you know what? I agree with that. I can agree with that. I'm not gonna get into it too much about trans or anything on this live, but I agree with that. I don't believe a trans should be competing with a girl because of differences physiologically. You know what I'm saying? I do agree. Like I said, I agree with some of the things he do, but I disagree with some of the things. Just because you vote for somebody doesn't mean you have to agree. It's just like you marrying someone, like you're married to somebody. You with your wife and y'all discussing things. Y'all not gonna agree on everything. You're not. She may disagree with some of the things you do. You may disagree with some of the things that she does. But just because I vote for somebody doesn't mean I have to believe every single thing that they do. Because let me tell you something. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Displacing a million Palestinians from their land that's been theirs for thousands of years. That's wrong. according to me. But hey, that's just my opinion. Let me get through some of these messages here. Hold on for a second. When I am applying for a job, some ask the question of my gender and sex preference. It's so weird. Wow, that is weird. That's weird. But I do believe man and woman. I do believe that. That's just my opinion. I'm not gonna get into that too much on this live because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. But we do agree. I do agree with that about that. That's a lie about them liking us. The average person doesn't give it. Yep, anybody's still looking for to make it. Yep, that's it. Yep, they don't. They don't. It's all about the money down there. Medellin is all about the money. If you're broke, you're not going to go far at all down there. Unfortunately, yep. Let me see let me see. No disrespect, but they're painting everyone with a paintbrush. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they do. Yep, they do. Because I'm telling you something, we got a bad reputation down there. And what's making it so bad is that you got individuals that are going down there and they are with, doing things, exploitation type of stuff. I'm not going to say too much about it on this live, but, they mentioned about that too. About they caught this, there are certain people who's going down there that's taking advantage of certain people, if you know what I mean. And that really just makes them mad when we go down there and do that. No disrespect, Moondog. I respect you, but it wasn't talking about Trump. I was talking about how Tony has Colombia go off on him for something. Yep, he didn't. Yeah, they did. They went off. Because the reason why they went off on me is because one of the biggest complaints that I've heard when I was there was that some of the girls will be walking in Provenza, with their friends. And this is what Colombian women have told me, is that these guys will just walk up to them and say, how much you cost, how much you charge. They're like, what? Like, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean, how much I charge? So automatically they think that all the girls down there are working girls, but all of them are not working girls. You do have some women down there are going to school who go. I met one down there. She goes to college. She was down there studying. What was she studying? I think she was studying to be a lawyer. Yeah. And she was working at Sweet George's Cafe on top of that. Definitely Americans are not novelty anymore. I did not get the same amount of tender matches as 3 or 4 years. I know, that's what I'm talking about. Yep. They don't want you anymore. They don't want us anymore. Because there's a lot of bad apples that have made it bad for us. They have. They have made a lot of bad apples. Like the last time I was there, it's like I would contact someone and they would say, okay, we're going to hook up at 7 o'clock, have dinner or something at the resort. Okay, they say, okay, I'll be there at 7 o'clock, right? 7 o'clock go by, 8 o'clock goes by, 9 o'clock goes by, 10 o'clock goes by. They just don't show up. They just don't show up. Just flakiness. Yes, Marcus, I was talking about Tony also, not Trump. Okay. Okay, Marcus, I get what you're saying. Okay. Marcus, it's like, how can you assume that because he's black, that means that he's going to cause trouble and do sex tourism? No, and not just black, because you got others. You got others that go down there and do some really nasty stuff. Because see, you know, the thing is, when one person do something bad, they think that we all bad. They think that we all bad. If one person do something wrong, it makes us all look bad. Yep. Let's see. Tony, I went to the real estate conference last weekend. A YouTuber got me on video for a few seconds. Okay. A YouTuber got me on video for a few seconds. Okay. That sounds cool. That's like me saying that because you are Colombian, you are crazy. Okay. Let's see, how would that look on me if I assume every Colombian is crazy? Like no one can say that everyone's different. Yeah, that's true. But unfortunately, you know, we're guests in their country. If you're not interested in claiming. Okay. All right, let's finish this off about Elon Musk.
We know that he has partnered with Visa and is considering spinning out a payment system of his own. What we may have here is Elon Musk's attempt to get the private information for his own financial gain. The other thing that is incredibly worrying here is $6 trillion in spending is not just a lot of money, it's a macroeconomically significant amount of money. If Elon Musk starts tinkering with the code, the underlying technology that makes sure these payments go out seamlessly and effectively, he could inadvertently or on purpose bring the macroeconomy to a halt. I mean, this is an incredibly concerning seizure of government infrastructure, but it is also an economically significant moment in the country. So I couldn't agree with Waleed more. I mean, the word coup is the right word to be thinking about here, and Congress must intervene. I mean, if I was a senator, I think the most important thing to do is bring the Secretary of the Treasury to the Senate today to answer questions about what Musk has access to.
Yep. I think that's very important. They need to ask a little bit more questions. I think he needs to be vetted a little bit more, than giving him all this access over the Treasury Department. That's just my opinion. Let's see. Since Medellin is all about money, stay away, because it's only for their benefit. And that's called being desperate. Yeah, you just go down there, just have a good time, and just mind your own business, and you'll be okay. Oh, Eric, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you all for the super chats and everything. This will go to the Barbie Fund right here. Thank you, Eric. All the money that you send, guys, when you make a super chat, will go to the Barbie Fund in Medellin, okay? All right. This is the main reason why I'm going back right here. Very nice girl. Thank you very much, Eric. Eric, you always, one thing about Eric I like about you, brother, you keep me going. You are always very supportive of my content and everything. I'm going to get better. I just got a new mic. It sounds much better. I know my voice on here sounds much better. You know what I'm saying? So the money that you all gave me, I purchased a new mic, and it sounds pretty good. I got some more. Let me show you. I got some more earphones and everything like that. So that's why I do with the money you give me, and this will actually help me in my travels. So I really appreciate the super chat, and I really appreciate y'all support. Thank you so much. Let me see what else we got to discuss today. Let's see. And also, they're getting ready to get rid of a lot of federal workers. This is another situation that's happening right now with the Trump administration. Okay, so I want you guys to check this out. This is really very important. And we got some more things we need to talk about some tourists and passport bros are taking a chance with their health, having unprotected sex with working foreigners. We got to talk about that before I leave this chat tonight. Make sure you stick around for that. Okay, check this out. We still got issues economically. Check this out.
President Trump's effort to downsize the U.S. government. Around 2 million federal workers have until midnight tonight to decide whether they want to resign in exchange for a promised payout. That nearly 2 million represents the vast majority of the civilian federal workforce. Weijia Zhang is following this for us at the White House. Weijia, good morning.
What's up, Joe?
Good morning, Tony. Good morning to everybody. The administration expects about 200,000 federal workers to take that resignation offer. CBS News has learned that more than 40,000 employees already have, with the largest spike expected today. CBS News obtained an email that went out to federal workers yesterday, warning the deadline to resign is approaching and there will not be an extension of the program. The Office of Personnel Management also sent memos to the heads of agencies to defend the legality of the program, claiming if employees resign, they will continue to be paid through September 30th. The White House is also barreling ahead to tear down USAID. That's the Foreign Assistance Agency that works to feed the world, fight diseases, and respond to disasters. Nearly all of its 10,000 employees learned that they will be put on leave as of midnight tomorrow.
Wow.
For staffers who work outside the U.S., the State Department plans to facilitate their return to the U.S. within 30 days.
Man,
Elon Musk, the head of the Department
swamp.
of Government Efficiency, DOGE, is leading this effort to shrink the government. Congressional Democrats try to subpoena him to testify, but Republicans block that effort as Washington braces.
How can this dude have this much power? How can Elon Musk have this much power? Think about that. Years ago, you didn't hear nothing about him being involved in politics or the U.S. government. And he's making monumental decisions. I'm just seeing red flags everywhere. I don't know what more I have to say for people to get it.
For more cuts to come. Vlad.
All right, Weijia, thank you very much.
Wow. Did y'all hear that? I think they said over 200,000 federal employees going to lose their job. 200,000 people is going to lose their job. Wow. Promiscuous again. Yeah, well. Yeah, let's see. I think Musk intends to find the bad spending and not pick up the little guy's Social Security. Federal employees Jeff was making $10.5 million in taxpayer money. Well, Eric, the thing that I was telling everyone on here is that it's just like me giving someone access to your information that you don't know. But I'm going to tell you this, everything I'm telling you on here is like, I told you so. I told you so. Watch and see what I tell you. Jeff Les was making $10.5 million on taxpayer money. Yeah, it's a lot of corruption. Yeah, it is. I'm not saying it's all perfect or anything like that, but believe me, it's not for what you think it is. Yeah, let's see. It's all about the IRS agents. They hire the other year to audit folks. Yeah, I don't like the. You know what? I don't like the. I don't like the IRS too. He's not the only one. I don't like the IRS. And there's one thing I do agree with Trump again. Okay, about they shouldn't tax working people. You know, so he wants to get rid of the tax for the income tax and use the tariffs to create a different tax base. That would be great. That would be great. That would be a great idea if he did that. But I don't think it's going to happen though. That would be great, not to pay income tax, but allow the terrorists to be a tax. But you have to, it's going to, a tariff is like a tax. It is a tax, basically. So you're going to be paying more on items and things, when there's a tariff attached to it. Yeah, that would be great to get rid of them. Yeah, boy. Yep. Just think about it. You could make your money and your money is yours. That would be great. I'm not going to lie about that. That would be great. But I don't think these billionaires really care nothing about the average people. I don't think so. They're going to get what they want to get. They're going to suck the system out. Then they're going to be gone. Unfortunately. There's a lot of waste at the federal level. Yeah, it's true. If you have a business and able to get a federal contract, you could have it made in the shade. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And that's how Elon Musk made his fortune, is through government contracts, actually. Like SpaceX and all that stuff. That's taxpayer money paying for that. Where do you think he gets the money from? He gets it from the taxpayer. If Trump can eliminate income tax, it would be worth it. It would be good if he could do it. But I don't think that he would be able to pull that off. I don't think he's going to be able to pull that off. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to pull that off with the IRS. You know what I'm saying? But it would be good though if they find to. I think income tax is really a ripoff though. I think it is. I agree with y'all. Your money should be your money. You made it, you made it. If you pay for a car, there should be a tax on the cars that you buy. There should be a tax on buying food. There should be, they can put tax on things like that. But the money that you make should be your money. It should be your money. You know what I'm saying? Because the way how they tax you in this country is ridiculous. It is really, really ridiculous. And it hurts the middle class too. If Trump, let me tell you something, if Trump will pull that off, if he's able to pull that off, that would be great. It would be great. Trump keeps his promise. Well, no, he didn't actually. There's two promises that he said he was going to do, and he rescinded on it, like the war in Ukraine. That's a whole different topic right there. But he said that he was going to end the war within a week of when he first became president. But they're still fighting over there. They're still fighting. And another thing that he said he was going to do, he was going to try to bring down inflation. Well, I give him a chance. I mean, he's only been in there for a month, so haven't even been there a month yet. So let's just wait. We just wait and see what happens. Just give him a little bit of time. Trump is offering to buy off some federal employees that don't want to work in the office. Yeah, they're getting ready to lay off a whole bunch of federal workers, man. But that's kind of scary. I hope they don't mess with very important areas of the government, like the NTSB and air traffic control, because our air traffic control infrastructure is very old and it needs to be remodeled, because there's too. See, what really scares me about traveling, there has been a lot of near misses, that's been going on, in the airlines. That's very concerning. But I heard that they don't have enough air traffic controllers, and they have a very important job. They're the ears and eyes of commercial airlines, of the skies. They keep us safe. Get rid of property taxes next. I don't know about that. I don't know about that because that's local. Property taxes are local. So, you know, they use that money for your fire and your police and all that. So I don't think they're going to ever get rid of the property taxes. You know, the snow removal, all that stuff is put in there. You said inflation and bird flu takes time. Yeah, it does. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just going to go get something to drink. 1 second. Give me some more questions. If you got any more questions, put them in the comment. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you. Some more to drink here. Let's see what we got here from Chris. Let's see what we got here. They have never enough air traffic control. Yeah, to become one, you can't be older than 27 or something. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Chris. So you can't be over 27 years old. Okay. Yeah, I guess they want somebody younger. You said to start working initially. Okay. I got you. Yeah. I didn't know that. Wow. Okay. So you got to be around 27 or something like that. Okay. Got you. But I know that they said that they are short on air traffic controllers. And okay, let's get to the STDs. Okay. Yeah, that's what we get ready to get to. Okay. The requirements like they need to be lifted to allow older folks to get in. Yeah, they should let the older people get in. If they show the air traffic controllers, they need to change that. Okay, let's see. Let's get to we got more stuff to talk about today, guys. A lot of stuff. I didn't mean to take so much time on that part. So we're done with the economic collapse. Now, okay. Some of the tourists and passport bros are taking chances with having unprotected sex with working girls. Guys. I'm not going to mention no names because this is a non-troll channel. I don't troll anybody on my channel. I don't mention any names or anything like that. But there are certain individuals that was brought to my attention that I saw who's really doing some really dangerous stuff. You know what I'm saying? Of having unprotected sex with some of these girls in some of these countries. And they admitted it too on YouTube. And I think that's a very, very unwise thing to do. Especially when you're in Pattaya or Bangkok and those places. Those are places you do not want to do that. You do not want to take your health for granted. There was one individual, and I know some other individuals, it didn't seem like there was a problem. But I did a video about 3 weeks ago about the CDC put out a alert saying that HIV infections were increasing because of sex tourism. You don't want to take no chances on nothing like that, going raw with these girls. Especially when you go into poor countries and you're dealing with working, because I would not put my health in jeopardy like that. Because there are some things that don't go away with medication. I'm just telling you. You don't want to play with nothing like that. That's playing with fire. Because some people, I don't know, they think that some of these women is like, when you jump on that plane and you head back to the States, some of these guys actually think these girls are waiting for them to come back, waiting for you to come back. They're not waiting for you to come back. Because as their planes are taking off, there's other planes that are landing there. There are other planes are landing there, and there's other tourists that's coming there. And you don't want to bring nothing to them, and you don't want to bring nothing back home. Matter of fact, Chris, there was a tourist. I'm not even going to call him a passport bro, but he was passing a sexual transmitted infection to working girls in Medellin, and they found out about it. The authorities found out about it, and just before they was going to make an arrest on this guy, he was able to get away. That's another reason why they don't like us. And I was just really surprised how, guys are like rebutting my, when I talk about stuff like this. Oh, he don't know what he's talking about. Oh, he don't know. There ain't no HIV and all this. Oh, yes, it is. I'm not going to give no names because I don't do that on this channel. I'm just telling you, the whole premise of this conversation is to make sure you take care. Don't play with your health, man. Your health is very important. It's very important. Because like I said, there are certain infections that do not go away with medication. HIV, if you contact that disease, you will be on medication for the rest of your life. And the person that you infected will have to be on medication for the rest of their life. And there are certain people who's going around doing this stuff. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like looking, what are you doing? Now, if you have a wife, that's why I believe in marriage. I believe in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Don't spend all of your time going from this girl, flying to this country, sleeping with this girl, sleeping with this girl, sleeping with that girl, sleeping with that girl. That's not a good life to live. To me, it's not. I was gonna play a video. I know someone, that lived that lavish life like that. Say he don't want to settle. I'm not gonna do that because, like I said, this is a non-trolling channel. I don't troll anybody. I don't put nobody on the spot. I don't put nobody's face or somebody's YouTube channel. I don't do that. I don't do that. But let me ask you guys a question. What is your end game? What is your end? When you travel to these countries and have to meet these girls and stuff, what is your end game? What you going to do? Because this individual said he doesn't want to get married. Let me see. Who is you talking about? Yeah, I can't mention no names. Passport Flex. Passport Flex, it's good to see you, brother. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, I don't put nobody's names like out there. I don't do that. I'm just giving you a message. But just don't take no chances on your health. Find you a wife. Somebody, like one person that you can be with. If you don't like using protection, find your wife. That one girl. And hopefully you'll be there with her. And she could be the only one for you. You don't have to worry about catching anything. I can sympathize, but still no excuse to us. So everyone would do the same. No, I'm not saying everybody would do the same, but there are people that are doing. I'm just giving a warning. That's all I'm doing. People could do whatever they want to do, but it was brought to my attention that there were certain people that was doing dangerous behavior. I'm like telling them, hey, if I were you, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Why would you go raw in Pattaya and Bangkok and all those places like that in the Philippines? Why would you sacrifice your life like that? And then you come back to the States, and then you would mess around with other people. Then you pass on what you caught down there to somebody else. I think he was a porn actor. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he was. Yep, he was a porn actor. Yes, he was. Yep, you know what I'm talking about, Moondog. And the Colombians were mad. When you do stuff like that, they think that you don't have no respect for their people. One thing I noticed about the Colombians when I deal with them, they're very proud people. They're very proud of their country. They may not have much, but they're very proud. And if you go down there, you respect them, I'm telling you, it will go a long ways. They will protect you because they have protected me many of times. I want a midterm relationship, 7 to 10 years is cool. Right. Marriage is a good thing. I'm going to tell you guys something too. I'm going to show y'all something that's going to blow y'all mind too. I'm going to show y'all something. Let me see. Okay, let's see. It sounds like a crash out content creator who has all they do is they're promiscuous and they just fornicate all the time. Yep. They go from girl to girl to girl. You don't want that type of life. Because I'm explaining to you why in a few minutes. What's very, very important. How important the end game is. That's what makes me mad. Yep, that's what makes me mad. I like to understand some guys don't respect their country, but do assume everyone would do it because that's not true. Right, everybody's not going to do it, but there are people who are doing this type of behavior. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Tony, you mentioned in camera videos that your friend don't like to talk to you no more because of that. Let me see. mentioned a camera video that your friends don't like to talk to you more because of it. Yeah, some of them get mad when I talk about that. Some of them get mad. Yes, they do. Let's see, the whole wife of the life is not viable anymore, except maybe in the Muslim countries. Well, get you one. The Bible says he that findeth the wife findeth a good thing, man. Marriage is a beautiful thing. Because I'm going to tell you the reason why how important marriage is. At the end of this video, I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all something that's going to blow your mind. So make sure y'all stick around. Don't go away. Lots of left. I am glad Danny admitted his folks, but seems like he is free willing it. Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. I just got a report from the CDC, Centers for Disease Control. They said that HIV infections are rising. And then you still got people on YouTube saying, oh, ain't no big deal, you know, because there's some people that believes that we got the medicine for HIV to be treated now, which is true. So they said, well, I don't have to worry about protecting myself because the only thing I could do is just take the medicine. Yeah, but you'll be taking the medicine every day for the rest of your life. Get you a wife, man. Do it the right way. To me, that means that we're never your friends, because if they so quick to assume that what makes you think they won't do it the next time. You know, you can't control what people do, Marcus, you know. You can't do it, you know. Only thing you could do is just, I just give the information. That's all I do. But you don't want to be in Thailand going raw on girls. You know, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that in the Dominican Republic or in the Philippines or whatever. And not even here. You know, your health is really important. They should be fine if they were wearing protection. Yeah, but some people don't wear them. They don't wear protection. Like if you was in a relationship with a woman that y'all been together for years and you vetted her, and that's the only woman that you have, and that's the only woman that you see, and hopefully she feels the same about you. Because there's individuals that I know that have caught something too, and they had to be treated by a physician in the country that they were in. They had to go get medication. They had symptoms. They actually had symptoms. You know, fever, you know, heart, you know, when you urinate, it burns really bad. Blood in the urine, all those symptoms. I said, uh-oh. Yeah. And then if you don't treat those, if you don't treat it, if you don't get the antibiotics, you could become septic and it will spread in your body. That's why you don't want to mess with that. I mean, you out in a foreign country and you catch something like that, you wouldn't have time to go back to your own doctor here in the States. If you have a primary care physician in the States that you go see, you have to rely on their doctors to treat you. You don't want to have to go through nothing like that. Let's see. Wow, you guys got a lot today. Speaking of marriage, if you are in a promiscuous place, they would cheat on each of living a single life. Not a single life. It's in Brazil and Colombia. Yeah. Yeah, you just got to find that right person. You got to find that right person. But marriage is really important, though. I believe in marriage. But this guy was talking about, living, just go from, place to place and sleep with many girls as you want to. That's very unhealthy. I don't want you guys to have a life like that, man. I don't want you guys to have a life like that. I want you guys to find someone who cares about you, who loves you, that you don't have to worry about. I'm going to prove something to y'all in a minute too, how important the end game is. You got to have an end game. What is your end game? 5 years from now, 6 years from now, 8 years from now, 10 years from now. What is your end game? What do you want to accomplish? How long were you married to her? I was married to that woman. Excuse me. I was married to her for 2 years. That was, you know what? I was in my 20s when I got married for the first time. But she passed away actually about 2 years ago. I found out that she had passed away. It just didn't work out between us. She had a drinking problem, and she was like verbally abusive, so I couldn't stay in a relationship like that. She was a good woman though. But boy, I do miss that cooking though, man. Oh my God. If you got you a woman that know how to cook, wow. Cook you some, just like, guys, have you ever had a woman that cook you some greens and some fried chicken and some cornbread and make you some banana pudding and all that type of stuff? Man, that was good. I enjoyed the married life. I gained a lot of weight too. Although me and Katrina, assuming that you didn't do. Assuming what you didn't do. Right, I know, but when one person is bad, we all bad. That's how they look at it in Colombia. One tourist make a mistake, we all bad. When that guy went down there spreading herpes to all those working girls down there, it made us all look bad. See, and Gustavo Petro's daughter can't stand us. Her name is Andrea. She cannot stand us. You have a blue pill fantasy idea of marriage, Tony. I did it 18 years. There's pros and cons. Yeah, there's pros and cons. But you know what? I'm going to show you the reason how important marriage and a relationship is. Let me tell you guys what happened to me. Back in 2016. Here, I'm going to pull myself up so y'all can see me better. Let me tell y'all guys something. Back in 2016, I got really sick. I got real sick. When you get older, your prostate enlarges. Okay? You have a prostate that enlarges. And what happens is, sometimes it becomes hard to urinate. Sometimes because of the prostate, it does become enlarged and it blocks the urine flow. One time, it got so bad one time that I was in complete urinary retention. Okay. I was in urinary retention and it was starting to affect my kidneys. Okay. And I got really sick. That was the sickest I've ever got before in my life. Okay. I was in the hospital for about 6 days. That's what I'm telling you about how important your health is. Don't never take it for granted. And when you laying there in the hospital, you're laying there in that bed and you're just looking up at the ceiling, it feels like you're in prison. Because you got the IVs hooked up to your arms. You want to leave, but you can't leave because you're stuck there in the hospital, right? So let me tell you guys what happened. So after 6 days, I get discharged from the hospital. Okay, because I drove myself to the hospital, so I was able, when I left the hospital, I was able to get into my car and drive myself home. Okay. They thought it was okay. It would be okay for me to drive myself home. All right. Let me tell you this, man. And some of y'all don't know this, man. When I walked to the door where I live. It's like all my energy just left my body. And I was so weak. I was so weak until I had to get on my knees and pull my keys out and unlock the door. And I crawled to the second door to open up the second door to get inside of my home. I was so weak that I was crawling on my knees all the way up to my bed, and I pulled myself up to get into the bed. That's how weak I was. And each time that I needed to get something to drink, I would have to crawl to the kitchen and open up the refrigerator and grab something to drink. And then when I wanted to cook something or I was making like oatmeal, I would take the water from the faucet, from the counter. I had to lay over the counter because I was just so weak. I could barely hold the pot up. I fill it in with water, and I would cook the oatmeal, pour it in the cup quickly, and I would have to crawl back to the couch, crawl back to to my bed when I want to get back in bed. And I called the hospital. I said, "Why do I feel so weak? I cannot move. I cannot." And they said, "Because you've been laying in the bed all that time, your muscles became you lose that muscle, the ability to move because you've been laying in the bed for 6 days." But finally, within 2 weeks, I began to get my strength back, and I began to feel better, and I got my strength back. So the end game, what I'm trying to tell you all, is there is going to come a time that you're going to need someone to take care of you. Because let me tell you something, those working girls are not going to, when you get in a situation like that, you find out who your real friends are. Now, back then, I wish I was married back then because I really needed somebody back then to help me. I needed somebody to help me back then. You say you had to learn to cook yourself. Yeah. That's why it's important. That's the end game, because I'm telling you, one day, it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but you're going to rely on someone to take care of you. Let me show you guys something too. Hold on, let me go to some of these messages. I got one more, then I end the live. This is very important. I want y'all to see this. You have the R&B love song idea of long-term relationships. I asked Tyrese how it worked out for him. Well, that's Tyrese. That's Tyrese. See, you can't look at everybody else's relationship, you know what I'm saying, and think that all relationships is bad or all marriages is bad. I know people right now who are in good marriages. Matter of fact, a friend of mine just lost her husband. Okay? She just lost her husband, and they were married for over 50 years. 50 years. He passed away. I met him. I used to meet him all the time. They used to have barbecues and stuff at their house and stuff. And he passed away quickly, just like that. He collapsed in the bathroom from a massive heart attack. There are people who are in good relationships. My cousins are in good relationships. I had a cousin that lost his mom. His mom was sick with cancer. His wife was right at the bedside when she passed away. Is those girls in Parker Jarrett still gonna be there with you if you lost your mom or if you got sick? Huh? Is those girls in the DR, those working girls in the DR, are they gonna be there when you lose your mother? Or when you become sick, when you can't take care of yourself, you can't feed yourself, you can't even wipe your own butt? Let me show you guys something. I'm gonna show y'all something. And this is really important. Sounds like Adrian in Colombia needs to get laid by. but she's hot though. I ain't gonna lie, Adrian is hot though. She's one hot looking woman. Yep. But that just tells you about the respect that they have for us. They don't have no respect for us anymore. And I'm not saying it's all our fault. You know, they make mistakes too. Many urologists say that having sex frequently keeps the prostate healthier. Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. See, my prostate was so enlarged, I had to have a procedure for them to open the prostate. It's called a urolift procedure. So what they do is that they take the prostate, it's a surgery procedure that lasts for maybe about 30 minutes, and they pull the prostate and they clamp it down and make the urine be able to flow better. That you can, because some of you guys probably in your 40s or 50s, and y'all probably having probably some issues of urinating. If you're like hard to urinate, or you're straining, you're pushing, more than likely you have an enlarged prostate. Okay, I'm going to show y'all this. Now, this really made me really, really, really think how important family is. Okay, check this out.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Bruce Willis, the Die-Hard star, is now battling a real-life health challenge. His ex-wife, Demi Moore, opening up about it during a CNN interview.
He's in a very stable place at the moment. I mean, obviously, it's very difficult, and it's not what I would wish upon anyone. And there is great loss, but there is also great beauty and gifts that can come out of it.
And offering advice to help other families understand a dementia diagnosis.
It's like so important for anybody who's dealing with this to really meet them where they're at. And from that place, there is such loving and joy.
From action hero on the big screen to a classic TV comedy series. Go! Willis's career spanning decades. He retired from acting in March 2022 after an aphasia diagnosis, which affects communication. Then, a year later, a new diagnosis.
It's frontotemporal dementia.
Frontotemporal dementia, or FTD, affects parts of the brain associated with personality, behavior, and language.
It can be hard to diagnose until it progresses to some more motor symptoms or language symptoms.
There's no cure for FTD, but symptoms can be managed with treatment.
There can be speech therapy for speech problems, and then also caregiver support, so helping out the family and understanding what the future holds for the patient as well.
Tallulah and Scout Willis, two of the three children Moore and Willis share, posting photos from Thanksgiving with the caption, "Grateful." Tallulah appeared on Today in September, saying time is a gift.
There's painful days, but there's so much love. And it's really shown me to not take any moment for granted.
Moore also said she's grateful for their blended family, and that only works when everyone comes together.
Yeah, you see that? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, the end game. Now, a few years ago, Bruce Willis was chasing bad guys, doing movies, doing everything, and then this happens to him. That he needs his wife, his ex-wife Demi Moore, all his family is taking care of him because he's not able to take care of himself. That's what I'm talking about, the end game. So what if Bruce Willis was still sleeping with different girls and doing all these different things and didn't invest into a relationship or didn't invest in good people that he can surround himself with that's taking care of him now? Where would he be right now? See, that's what you have to think about. That is what you have to think about. And I want to see more marriages. I do. I want to see more relationships. A friend of mine, his son's friend, had a wedding in Medellin. He met a Colombian girl, and they had a wedding down in Medellin. They sent me a video. I would like to show you guys a video, but it will be copyrighted because it's playing music in the background. So, but I was really happy for him. Marriage is a good thing. Don't be fooled by that, guys. I know about the divorce. You know, me personally, I will marry a woman here in the States, but I think foreign women will make good wives. You know, if you meet the right one, and that way you don't have to worry about, you know, worrying about if you're going to get an STD or anything like that, or, you know what I'm saying, or if this person's going to rob you, or, you know, this person's going to lie to you or anything like that. You know, I want to see you guys happy, man. But I don't see no marriages. Since this movement that we started doing, you want to call it the passport bro move, whatever you want to call it, I haven't seen no marriages. Only thing I'm seeing is a bunch of horny guys going from country to country. You know, that's about it. I'm not saying everybody's doing this. I'm not saying anybody's doing this. But I do want to see some relationships. Let's see. Let's see what he's talking about. Moondog. He's gone. Yeah, he has dementia. Why live your life today to prepare for then when your mind is gone? Yep. My pops told me not to move overseas because if I die, they won't be able to bring you back. Yeah. See, that's another thing I'm going to talk about on one of my lives about making arrangements about when you travel overseas. Because in Colombia, this is what I found out. This is what I found out in Colombia. If, you know what? If your family don't make arrangements for you within 2 days, they bury you themselves. They give you 48 hours. They don't hold on to a body for very long down there in Colombia. Like here in the morgue in the state, you may be in the morgue for 5 or 6 days. Now in Colombia, 2 days, they put you in the ground. So automatically, you should have everything already made out where you want to happen. Because what will happen was, if you want to be buried in American soil, you have to make arrangements with the funeral home here. We'll make arrangements with the funeral home over there. It's a process that you have to go through. Only guys I saw married was African guy whose girlfriend got robbed. Yeah, that was Mara. Mara is doing very good. I am Mara. Yes, I know who you're talking about. He's doing extremely well. That's the end game. He married an Argentina woman. They just had a baby last year. And he took his money and he bought him some land, and he owns real estate. He built a house from scratch on his land in Kenya. Paid for it, no mortgage. As a matter of fact, when he goes out of town, when he leaves, he has somebody to run it. He rents it out to people. That's the end game. Because I remember when Mara first started. I remember when that brother first started. He only had, 5,000 subscribers. I used to be one of his moderators. He don't remember me now because he's big time now. Most people don't. I remember exactly the fact when he only had 5,000 subscribers. When Ace Live only had 5,000 subscribers. But they don't remember me now. But that brother's doing extremely well. I got a lot of respect for Mara. I used to watch him on course. Yeah. I remember when he first started. I used to be his moderator. He used to call me Tony Starks. But when I send him Instagram messages and things, he don't even remember me now. I saw that too, Marcus. Yes, yes, yes. You need to travel. You need travel insurance to pay for your body to be brought back to. Yes, you do. And you better have life insurance. You need a life insurance policy. You know what I'm saying? Because they will have to embalm you. You will have to go to one of their morticians in Colombia. Okay? You will have to go to one of their morticians, and they will have to embalm you before they can send your body back to the state. That's the law. But if you don't have none of this stuff done, they will bury you in Colombia in one of their cemeteries. And you're American. I know that for sure. No, he's married now. Oh, he's married. He got a baby. I think the baby's like about 6 months old. Yeah, he has a child. And yeah, he's married now. Beautiful girl from Argentina. He's from Argentina. Matter of fact, he's there with his wife in Argentina. So the last time I checked with Mara, he's doing extremely well. That brother is doing extremely, extremely well. And that's what I'm telling you. That's the end game that you will want. You're married, got one girl, she loves you, you love her. You can have sex with her as many times you want to and don't have to worry about catching no STDs. And plus, marriage is honorable before God. Marriage is a good thing. Don't let these people turn you away from marriage because of their experiences. Like, oh, I had a bad, my wife took everything. You could do things to protect yourselves too in marriages. Get a prenuptial agreement. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you go to Thailand one day and then the next day you marry somebody. No, I will never tell you to do that. But just invest into your life. Invest. Because we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. We have no idea what's going to happen to you. Look at Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti. He's gone. Dead. Irv Gotti died of a stroke. Gone. Tomorrow's not promised. We don't know what's going to happen. Look at the people that lost their lives on the plane the other day. Just like that. Yep. I have a assist card for travel. Yeah, that's good. I always, when I travel, I always have travel insurance. Just in case if somebody steals, because actually, let's say if you do invite the wrong female into your room or into your Airbnb and she steals your stuff, if you have travel insurance, they will cover that. They will cover your stuff, your computer, your laptop, they will cover all that stuff for you. So I would never travel without travel insurance. Black man that travel is married to an Argentina with an infant too. That's good. That's good. That's what I want to see. I want to see more of that type. I want you guys to come to me and say, Uncle Tony, I found me a good girl. I found me a wife, and I want to see some marriage. I want y'all to give me some marriage invitations. Too much fornication going on around here. We don't need that. Jumping with that girl, jumping with that girl, jumping with that girl, sleeping with the girl in Thailand, sleeping with the girl in the deal. You don't want to spend your life like that. Because if you get sick or something happens to you, where will she be? Is she gonna be at your bedside? Is she gonna be able to feed you? Because I couldn't even feed myself. I needed a wife at my house. I have never been that weak before. Oh my gosh. I have never been that sick before. I was crawling around the house like a dog because I was too weak to stand up. I was too weak to stand up. I didn't have no strength in my body at all. And my relatives, they got mad at me. Said, "Why did you call nobody? Why didn't you tell me?" My sister got mad. Said, "Why didn't you call me? Tell me you was home from the house." But I don't want to be a burden on everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't like being a burden on nobody. Let's see. That was not marriage. It's Tony. The sex stops. That has been proven by professional psychologists. Okay, that is not marriage. It's Tony. The sex stops. That's been proven by. Okay. Mario wants to polygamy, but this lady. Wait a minute. Are you guys telling me the truth about this? Does he want polygamy for real? Are you serious? Or you just be, is this a joke, Chris? Because I didn't see any signs of polygamy in that relationship. Are you telling the truth, Chris? You just pulling my leg, are you? That's only 2. Okay. Let's see. Tony is espousing fantasies that he's not even married or in a long-term relationship. I want to be in a real long-term relationship. I want to be in a real long-term. I would love to be married. No, I would like to be married. I'm for marriage and the family, dude. You know, I'm for marriage and the family. And I hope that I'm able to establish something with this young lady. She may be pretty dirty, but she's a good person. Not once has she asked for anything. Every time I talk to her, not one time. Not one time. He has said that several times that in the past, if you watch his videos and lives. Oh, really? Really? He wants polygamy. Wow. But you say she's not having it. I wonder why Mama want to do something like that. He got a good thing going right now. That doesn't make any sense. Wow. Wow. So, Chris, let me ask you a question. How many when you talk about polygamy, how many wives do Africans usually have for polygamy? Is there like a specific number? I don't believe in polygamy. I believe in one wife. Let's see. She is not married material, Tony. She's too pretty. He says she's not married material. We'll see. She's not serious about it. If you were serious, you would find an average look at you. Believe me, she's not what you think she is personality-wise. If you look at her, you'll think that she's a gold digger and everything, but she's not. Trust me. But we'll see. We'll see. Only thing we can do is just see. Nothing written in stone. Let's see. Oh, man. I have watched his videos recently, but over the past several years, he has talked about wanting multiple wives. Wow. Well, I think that's common in Africa. Let's see. Exactly. It said Barbie. No Barbie. Let's see. Nice for sure on the wife count. I guess it depends on the man's finances. Yeah, it has a lot to do with money. Yeah, money. You got to have some money. Nothing's free. You got to have money. You say, I bring you here, I dare you. No, she'd be staying right there where she is in Colombia. But one thing I like about her is that she's very nice, very calm, very quiet. No, not combative at all. Not combative at all. I never had no problems with her. I mean, yeah, she's very pretty. Yeah, very pretty. But you know what? I'm always attracted to pretty women, though. I always have been. I like women that are spending time to pamper themselves and keep their hairs and their nails nice and makeup on. That's a very big turn on to me. Believe me, I pretty want. Once I took her to Cancun and all the Americans were going crazy over her. Her head got big, yeah. Yeah, it all depends on the girl. It all depends on the girl, you know. Let's see. See, Tony, you know what's up. Yeah, and why I stay away. Well, Marcus, you can't, I remember Moondog told me, I remember what you told me before, a while back, is that you can't be fear-mongering and living in fear. No, we can't live in fear. We gotta take a chance. You know, it's a chance. When we walk out of that house, it's a chance that we're taking. There's a chance that we don't know what's gonna happen. When I get on that plane, I don't know what's gonna happen. Only thing I do, I just believe in the power of prayer. I prayed for my safety to get there and get back. But Chris, he made it back. He was in Medellin. He contacted me while he was there, and he is doing fine. So everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be okay. If you can't trust her here, that means obviously she'll trade you immediately. Yeah, it all depends on the girl. It all depends on the girl, Marcus. You know, there are supermodels that are beautiful, but got, good heads on their shoulders, Barbie has not shown me that she was a gold digger or anything, like calling me. To be honest with you, I had some that was less attractive than her, that was more of a gold digger than her. Average looking girl, like, I want you to help me pay my rent. I need you, my child birthday is this, and, always calling for money, always wanting something. Want you to pay for this, want you to pay for that. Oh, my child needs this. I mean, that's not even my child. That's not even my child. Why are you calling me only on your child's birthday and want me to pay for your child's birthday party? You think I'm crazy or something? And these were average looking girls they were pretty, but not like Barbie, what you see here. But Barbie has never asked me for anything. When we talk, we chop it up, that's it. She don't be trying to give me PayPal me this, can you PayPal me that? I need a new phone, I need this, I need that. She has never, not one time, have actually done that. And one thing I like about her, she's very quiet, very quiet. Very, 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 very quiet. That's not fair. That's the truth. What girls like that is loyal. Yeah, yeah. And she's been calling, want to know when I'm coming back. I said, I promise you, I will be there in April. I promise. Ask yourself this, how is life before you came? Yeah, that's true. Hey, how you doing, man? How are you, sir? How have you been, man? You know what? Hey, I'm going to tell you this, man. Since my Detroit Lions lost, I'm not going to be watching no Super Bowl. I think that Super Bowl, You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I think the NFL is rigged. I really do. It's rigged. They know they want Kansas City to go to the Super Bowl. Because you know, if you were watching the game, every time when you watch Kansas City, you notice what they do. They always put the camera in the stands. What's that guy that's I can't think of his name right now, but he's dating Taylor Swift. What is his name? The guy that's dating Taylor Swift. I think he is a cornerback, a wide receiver for Kansas City. But I noticed during their games, because Taylor Swift goes to a lot of his games, right? Let me see if somebody's going to tell me. I hope Philly wins, but I fear the fix is it. Yup. You know Kansas City going to win. Travis Kelce. Okay, Travis Kelce. Yup. Okay. Yup, that's his name, Travis Kelce. Yup, Travis Kelce. Every time he do something, they show him, and then they take the camera and they put it on Taylor Swift. I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true, but I heard that Taylor Swift may be performing on the halftime show. Yep. So you know that's fixed, because if you put the camera on Taylor Swift, what does it do? Her presence creates views. You know, people will watch that game just to see Taylor Swift. You see how all that it's like fixed? But everything is rigged with the NFL. I ain't gonna be watching the Super Bowl. It's just too rigged to me. And I don't think Philadelphia is gonna win. You know Patrick Mahomes is gonna take the Super Bowl again. You know that. Especially he's friends with well, I ain't gonna say. Let me be quiet. Zip. There's a possibility that Ricky, they want Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift to so tired of that. Yep, sure do. Yep. It's all about money, man. It's all about money. Taylor Swift is creating views for the NFL. If they cut to Taylor Swift, I'm turning the game off. Well, I'm not going to watch the game because I got tired of it before. And then I've heard also that the refs also be pandering to Patrick Mahomes. I heard that. It's all about money. Yeah, Travis Kelce. Yep. Yes. Thank you guys for reminding me. So make bets on Kansas City to win. Lots of them. I ain't betting on nothing. It's too rigged. It's too. I wouldn't feel. I don't know. I wouldn't feel right. Betting on football right now. It's too rigged. It's just. I don't. You know what? I won $200 playing the lottery the other day on the Powerball. I didn't win the big game, the big Powerball, but the match, and I cashed out. I cashed my ticket in, and I won $200. I put that money in my pocket and bought some groceries with it. Yes, sir. Jared Goff has playoff issues. Days eyes as evidence in the LA Rams versus the Patriots Super Bowl. Yep, sure does. I know what you're talking about, Eric. Let's see. They got tired of the Niners and the A's. Yeah, it was I remember the San Francisco. They got tired of the Cowboys and the I remember those days. Yep, that was when oh my God, where's my memories going? Deion Sanders was playing for the Cowboys during that time. They got tired of the New England Patriots. Yep, single digits and double teams. Yep. New England Patriots always used to go to the Super Bowl. Sure did. Well, guys, I'm getting ready to end this live. This has been a very good live. And I really enjoy talking to you guys, man. You guys are the greatest. Eric, thank you very much for the super chat. That will go to the Barbie Fund. That will go to the Barbie Fund. I'm going to take Barbie to a really nice dinner. And I'm going to stream live that event. I know you guys have been waiting a while to see this. Make you want $200. Yeah, $200. That's better than most people from the park. Yeah. You know what, too? Let me tell you this, too. I almost threw the tickets away. I almost threw the tickets away. But something told me, say, Tony, don't throw those tickets away. Don't you dare throw those tickets away. Something told me that, so I put the tickets in my wallet. So when I went back to the store to get something, I said, oh, yeah, that's right. I got these tickets in my pocket. I mean, my wallet, you know. So I went up to the, I went to the counter. I went up to the counter, and the guy told me, I said, I need to scan these tickets to see if I want something. I had about maybe 10 tickets in my pocket. So I did one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. When I got to the second to the last ticket, it said, congratulations, you're a winner. I was like, oh, wow, what did I win? They said, you had just won $200. I was like, wow, $200. $200. Gave the guy the ticket, and he come out $200 of cash right to me. And I took that money and I bought me some groceries. So that's the only time I would gamble. I would never gamble on a football game. It's too rigged. Patrick Mahomes probably owns some performance enhancers. You never know. It could be. Because you know, if you look at his eyes sometimes, they don't look too good. Gotta check the replay. And I came in late. Yeah. No, yeah. Check out the replay, man. Yeah. I'm getting ready for Colombia, man. You know what, guys? I ain't gonna worry about the planes and stuff. But I promise you guys, I'll be letting you know exactly what I'm doing down there. I promise you. I'm gonna let you guys know exactly what I'm doing down there. I'm gonna let you know exactly what I'm doing down there. Yep, I am nervous though. I ain't gonna lie. Not nervous so much of going there, but all these little mishaps what's going on with aviation right now, you know. So, okay, guys. Where can I find a wife in Colombia? Go to the romance tour. Romance tour. You can find your wife in the romance tour. I found one at the romance tour, actually. But I was the one that messed that up. You can find one at the romance tour. If you're looking for a wife, go to the romance tour and you will find one. Because those women are already vetted for marriage. Matter of fact, I shared that with you all before. I don't know if I showed you, Marcus. Let me see if I can find that picture. 1 second. Let me see if I can find that picture of the girl I met in the romance tour. I don't think you've seen it before, Marcus. Let me see if I can find it right quick so I can show you. Let's see, where is she? Where is she? Let's see, where is she? see. You know what? I can't find her picture right now. What did I do with her picture? Where's her picture? I'm still looking through here. I want to show Marcus. Let me see if I can. You know what, Marcus? I'll show you the next time. I can't find it right now. I don't know what I did with the picture. Ready for Colombia. Yeah, I'm ready to go too. Yeah. Yep, I'm ready to go too. Yeah, I'm scared too, but I'm more scared of the plane than I am scared of the Colombia, though. Yep, I'm really scared of the plane. But we'll be okay. We'll be fine. So, all right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in for another live. Sometimes I may come in twice a week if there's any breaking news coming up. So, everybody, do a favor for me. Hit that like. Let's get the lights up. Let me see. I had over, maybe 20 people in the chat. So make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And it was good talking to you all again. And Eric, again, thank you so much for the super chat. Eric, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you for the cash apps and everything like that. Thank you, guys. Like I said, everything goes to the Barbie Fund. Everything that you sent me. Yep, that's going to be the date of the century there, boy. Trying to think where I'm going to take her. Let me see. Let's see right here. Let's see. Yeah, thank you so much for the super chat. McGray, thank you so much for the super chat, sir. Thank you very much. This will go to the Barbie Fund. Thank you so much for the super chat, guys. Thank you for the cash ups and everything. Thank you very much. And I will be back again next week. And I have some more content for you. And so let's get prepared for Colombia. Let's get prepared. Let's go out there and do our thing. And you come back and I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna allow all this crazy stuff going on out here with these planes and all this stuff. Let's see. Oh, what are you talking about? Let's see what my friend Eric talking about. To fully vet a Colombian wife, you need to live there as an expert. Absolutely, 100%. Long distance relationship will never work. No, they don't. You absolutely right. Assuming your end game is to bring her back. Yeah. You absolutely right, Eric. Absolutely, you have to live there. But what the romance tour does, I'm gonna tell you this right quick. What the romance tour actually does is a lot of businessmen who don't go to Colombia that much, they go through the romance tour to actually bring their wives back to the States. They want to marry a Medellin girl or a girl from Barranquilla or from Panera or whatever. They got dozens of agencies in Colombia. They got lots of marriage agencies in Colombia. So a lot of the rich guys, the guys who are successful businessmen that really don't travel to Colombia like we do, they go out there for that main reason. And they go on the romance tour. The girls are provided for them. And they make, they go through this romance, like maybe a 2-week tour. And they finally decide which one they want. You know what I'm saying? But I have heard that there's some men that have gotten very lucky, with their wives that way. I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but those romance tours, I've heard people actually meeting their wives there, and it actually worked out for them, So let's see. Okay, I was joking about the scar. Oh, okay. Let's see what he's talking about. Tony, which romance story did you do when you said it was a scam when you were there with Ace? Yeah, that was the one. I was in Barranquilla. Yeah, that's the one. It was. Let me put it like this: the romance tour went very well, but the guy that ran it wasn't that good. He tried to extort money from me. Yeah. He tried to extort money from me. And it wasn't a Colombian, it was an American that did this. So, but I did it. But out of that situation, Chris, I did meet a girl that would have been right for me, but I ruined it. I messed it up. So, okay, guys, I only have 4 people left in the chat. People are leaving, so no doubt I will. Let me see. I will be back very soon next week on another live, or I may come back again soon. If I get any breaking news, I will let you guys know. But they got dozens of different type of romance tours in Colombia that you can join. You know what I'm saying? That's one. Let me see if I can pull it up right quick to show you. Wait a minute, 1 second. Y'all got a second? I can show you a second. Let's see, where's... Let's see. Let's see. I got so many folders in here. Where is she? What is romance tour? Where is it? They got a romance tour in Medellin, and I got a video of it right now. Let me see if I can get it. Wasn't prepared for this. Hey, I went from Costa Rica. We showed you that one already. Let's see, where is she? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, come on, guys. Come on, where is it? Oh, man. Oh, man, I can't find it. Okay, I promise you I will show you guys the next live, because I can't seem to, I got to organize my folders just a little bit better. Because I got so much videos. I got the one from Costa Rica, because they have romance tours too in Costa Rica. Wait a minute, let me see if this is it right here. I think I found something. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Yep, there we go. You see that? Let me say this one. This one's in Cartagena. They have one in Cartagena too. This is another romance tour right here too. There's some very beautiful young ladies too at these romance tours. There we go. Yeah. See all the guys sitting at the table? Yeah, she's beautiful. Yeah, that was the one in Cartagena. Colombia is for tricking. The key masters here. Well, all the girls not tricks though. There's a lot of them are though. Key master. Key master, how you doing, brother? Good to have you back. Haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah. It's a game. It's a game. Well, like I said, you got to be prayerful. You got to be prayerful. You know, when you go to Colombia, you got to be prayerful. You know that? Yep. Yep. So, okay, guys. Thank you again, for the live and everything. And you guys have a swell weekend. And, how much does it cost? I'm going to be honest with you. The one you see here, a romance tour like this for a week, I'm going to be honest, for 7 days, what they do is they put you in a Airbnb. They pay for that for you. They give you a translator. They translate the language for you and talk to the females for you. Most romance tour, like you see here, will probably cost you $4,000. 4,000 American dollars. Probably for a week. Now, if you're talking about a 2-week romance tour, then you could easily probably creep up to maybe $7,000. But it is worth it though. I ain't gonna lie, because it cuts right through the red tape. The girls are already vetted. They're looking for husbands, and then you just, you go on a lot of dates though. I mean, the romance tour that I was on, we went on lots of dates. And that could be very expensive too. Because you have to pay your own cab, pay for your own taxi. And you have to pay for dinner for the girl and yourself. If you have, for example, yes, if you have like 3 or 4 dates that night, and you taking 3 people out for dinner every day, that could add up. That's when you start getting into the money, when things start getting expensive. You do one date, you pay for that date. Let's say if you have a date, and that date was like $30 or $40, okay, for both of you to eat. And then sometimes your translator come with you, you have to pay her meal too. So you be not only paying for 2 people, but you're paying for 3 people. You're paying for 3 people. So you do that times 14 days, that could get very expensive. So probably just on the food and the traveling and the taxis, that probably would cost you over $1,000 easily. Just for that. Yeah, just for that. But the romance tour itself, but like I said, you don't pay your hotel. They take care of that for you. That's all included in the price. All that is included in the price. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, romance tours is usually for businessmen who don't travel to Colombia that much. They don't travel to Colombia that much, but they just want to just go, for the wife, and that's it. Yeah, Chris, it's very expensive. Yep, it's very expensive. And usually they provide their taxis for you. They have a vetted taxi service that they use. So it just don't be any random taxi. It'll be their taxi. But yeah, it could be very expensive. It could be very expensive. Very expensive. But you have a good time though. You're talking to some of the most beautiful, most gorgeous women that you'll meet in the world. I met some really super highly attractive women in the Colombian romance tour. It blew my mind. Yeah, you got to pick. Yeah. Usually at the end of the romance tour, you have to at the end of the romance tour, you have to make a choice, narrow it down to one. And you probably want to do that if you're doing a 2-week romance tour, you probably want to do that on the first week. It's a process of elimination. And that's what happened to me. It came down to, I narrowed down to 2 women within a week. And that's the one I told you that I messed up on. She would have been a good wife, for sure. She cooked, she cleaned, she was affectionate. I told you guys about her. She wasn't a supermodel like Barbie, but she was, I'm for sure if I would have brought her back to the U.S., she wouldn't have changed. I guarantee you she wouldn't have. Oh, it's Medellin, not Barranquilla. Yeah, they got one in Medellin and Barranquilla. They got them everywhere. Yep, they got them in Panera. They got them in, what's that other part of Colombia? They got them in Bogota. They got romance tours in Bogota. They have them, they're everywhere. But they're very expensive, though. So as long as you have a job, you're good, right? As long as you have a job, as long as you're able to take care of them, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You will be fine. But I would not recommend, let's say if you're at the romance tour and you meet a woman that's like a 10 or 11, someone that's highly attractive, I wouldn't bring her back to the States. Because I've dated I met a girl in the romance tour. She was a supermodel, gorgeous. And the first thing that came out of her mouth, I said, okay, if I brought you back home with me, if I brought you to the States, what do you want to accomplish there? And she said, what did she say? She said, I want to be a model. I want to model in the United States. I'm like, nah, that's okay. Nope. She'll be gone probably within a week. I told you, I don't do 9s or 10s. Yeah. But it was a lot of, I'm telling you, I met some that was beyond 9s and 10s. I met some that was 13s and 14s. I am not joking. They were just completely just gorgeous. Yeah, they were gorgeous. So just as long as you have a job and a good right, yeah. Let's see. I told you, OG, I don't do 9s or 10s. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. But if you get a 9 and 10, you want to keep her there in her home country. You live there. You just stay there with her. But I wouldn't bring a 9 or 10 back to the States. I wouldn't do that because you won't have her very long if you brought her back to the States. Like Barbie, she's like the finest one I've ever met. If I brought her back to the States, I know I would have trouble for sure. I know I would have trouble with her for sure. So someone like on this caliber, you would want to keep them in their own country. You wouldn't want to bring them back to the States. You'd be asking for trouble. You will be asking for trouble. Okay. All right, I'm getting ready to end this live. Anybody got any more questions before I leave? And again, I want to thank you all for the super chats. MacRav, thank you so much for the Cash App. Thank you very much. Thank you to Eric for the super chat. All this goes to the Barbie Fund. I want to let everybody know. Okay, I will be back again. I will be back here again very soon. And thank you all for tuning in to another live. And if this is your first time on this live, I bring you traveling information along with geopolitics also. So we need to know what's going on in other countries before we go there. Thank you, everybody. Marcus, Chris, the Keymaker, thank you for joining in. Eric, thank you very much, everybody. Quake, thank you for joining in too. All right, Moondog, good talking to you again. And you guys take care of yourselves. And have a peaceful weekend, okay? But sorry, I'm not going to be watching no Super Bowls. No Super Bowls. It's too rigged. All right, guys, y'all take care. God bless you. I love you all very, very much. Thank you. Peace.